Warning, this podcast may contain banned language and prices that some people may find offensive.
I like that. We're back, continuing a series that we've got a lot of series and they've got low numbers at the moment. We need to have more episodes to these series.
I don't think anyone's ever said that.
True, but I like this series. It's one of my favourite ones. It's better than the short stories episodes, which are just condescending.
I don't hear short stories anymore.
Because that's because we don't cut the episodes anymore, Selina. You can hear it all on YouTube.
Welcome back to another episode of Seesaw. Price is Blind coming at you once again. Much like the short stories, Cleaves are going to be cutting and pasting things together on this one because I think we've got a cornucopia of content all over the place. But to kick things off, we have Selina with us.
For a fun-filled episode. Yay!
Woo! Yes, finally.
Also, good use of the word cornucopia.
Oh, I'm a smart man, I am. Proper smart.
You've got a word of the day calendar then, is what you're saying?
No, it's not accessible.
Follow Susie Dent on Twitter.
Ooh.
No, I don't.
We should do.
I only use Twitter to pick.
She has a plethora of words.
Aren't we smart people?
Or use words that mean numerous or several. Or a lot of, mate.
So how are we all doing?
Good. I feel like I've done a lot of work today. Like I've just recorded an episode or something.
Yeah. Sleepy Cleaves, and we're putting a double episode recording in.
What can I say? I am committed to the bit. I mean, I just literally bent down to look at my phone, forgetting the fact that we videotape this now. Videotape shit. I'm from the 90s. So you've been framed video.
In the last episode, I referenced a dial-up. Dating. Dating is horrible. So, Selina, how are you? This will come out before your wedding. We just did the wedding episode. But I'm going to ask you again, how are you?
I'm good. I'm getting married next week.
Woo!
Flawless, seamless this a week.
This is always such a weird thing, that recording episodes back to back. There's no feedback. And
the feedback's coming next episode.
Oh, yeah. It's
all positive. Now, let me ask you these questions. Question number 1. Got any quick blind news?
No.
If you edit it from the episode we just did and put it in this one. Yeah.
Good point, actually.
You could take the second
yes, I
quick
could
blind
say...
news that Selina has.
Oh, no. We could take your quick blind news, T, and put it... T, do you have any quick blind news?
I do.
And let's move on quickly.
That's probably a good shout, to be fair. Let's not have that one on the wedding episode. So, as mentioned at the top of the episode, we're back with The Price is Blind, the show that I love but can never remember the name of. What? There was a motorbike.
Oh, my motorbikes. I use 2 motorbikes at my end.
Nice.
Apologies.
That's fine. That can be cut. I'm not on YouTube.
Not on YouTube.
If you are watching on YouTube, hello. That's all you get. That's the benefit. Wow. As well as extra long episodes, because I don't cut anything.
You need to wave at them. Did you wave?
Yes, I did wave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was the audio description. Anyway.
I do a commentary on the episode afterwards.
They're sitting there. He has a drink.
Yeah.
So, shall we roll the show credits?
Sure.
Can't remember what the show credits are, so I can't even pretend I'm singing them again.
Not too many intros these days.
Even then, the ones I'm supposed to know, I don't. So, episode 2 of The Price is Blind. If you haven't heard the first episode, then what have you been doing with your life? Like, they're great. This is my favourite series for a reason, even though I've only ever done one previous episode.
And you couldn't remember the theme tune.
and I can remember the theme tune. And I usually mix up the name of the show as well. But it's my favourite. So, if this is the first time you're joining us, the idea behind the show is we are going to pick a piece of accessible technology each, and we've done our research on this.
Not necessarily tech.
Not necessarily tech.
I was just thinking, mine's not technology. You didn't
Or
say technology.
services. Okay,
Just products that can be bought.
Products
for...
that can be bought for the vision impaired, blind, or disabled. Just because I don't want to close us in a box. And the aim of this is we're going to describe what this product is to the others. And after having the information, we can make an educated guess on how much we think that costs. And of course, Brucey rules are in place. Penny over and you bust. So let's see who can win this week. Pretty sure that was Brucey, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bruce. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go for ladies first. Selina, do you have a product, service, or item for us this week?
I have a product. Do I hang on?
So
Cut
just
this out. Yeah. Phil,
No,
Phil.
it's on YouTube. It's all going to be there.
da, 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 da.
My internet's being slow and I'm trying to load the page back up, so I'll tell you all the information about this product correctly.
Da, 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 da.
One second.
Can you put a little thing in here to you that says, sorry, having technical issues?
I'm actually just doing that just overlay a standby. Da, 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 da. I mean, that's the extent of my
Okay,
editing.
I'm there.
Yes. Okay.
So I can just tell you everything. Do we say who we can purchase this item from, or is
You can if
You
you
can
wish.
do just anything
Once
with
Once
the
you found it,
price.
just you can tell us pretty much everything except the
Okay.
price at this point, but I may chime in with some questions along the way.
okay? So Cobalt Systems Limited, a very well-known website for buying accessible products. I have gone for snakes and ladders.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I
We
haven't
were
read it on
just in
Snakes and Ladders,
You
but
jerk.
mine is in a similar vein. No, it's
Oh,
anyway.
no.
Anyway, go. Sorry.
Did
go,
you
go,
do
go.
Ludo? Did you do Ludo?
I didn't. No, I wish. No, mine's definitely more for the older generation. Anyway,
You did.
you go.
chess.
You go. I'm intrigued already.
Okay.
Snakes and ladders. I picked this because when I was partially sighted child, I had a snakes and ladders, and you know the twister kind of plasticky matte material.
Yeah.
I had a snakes and ladders like on that, like a big one, that was like, yeah, on the floor.
Like bed sheet
Really?
size.
Yeah, pretty much, which was just really large print. Obviously, parents probably bought it because it was really clear and accessible, but I didn't really obviously know that at the time. Yeah, it reminded me of that. But this one is not a large print snakes and ladders. It is a tactile version, which is handmade.
By Chinese factories.
Pardon?
Handmade by Chinese factories. How is it
but
tactile anyway?
So the snakes and the ladders
Ooh,
are embossed.
right.
Each number is brailled. It comes with a braille dice and a shaker, and also the two counters have different tactile differentiation, so you know which one's which, but you only get two counters apparently. So
Okay. I mean, that's depressing for anyone who has more than one friend.
How? So this is normal size, like a normal, let's say, chessboard size, right?
it's 381 millimeters
So that's 38
by
centimeters.
15 by
Yeah. Go on. Sorry, go on.
by 381. So obviously it's just,
Yeah, it says.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so it's
square.
roughly
Yeah.
like
over a
tabletop
foot.
size. I get that.
Yeah.
This,
Okay.
like, do you know anything about the dice? Because it comes with a shaker, but I assume really the best kind of. Oh no, that wouldn't work actually. I was about to say the best kind of dice is a
Electronic dice.
sort of Ludo dice thing, but then I was like, how are you going to feel the numbers on it?
Oh, you mean like a frustration dice where you press it and then it?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah,
You could
but
always
it
use
doesn't
a
really work if you
smartphone.
can't see the die.
No.
Oh yeah, smartphone dice, that would work.
That's what I use.
Okay, what, even for Yahtzee?
Well, not for Yahtzee because that's many dice.
But I
Ooh.
don't know why the dice is braille and not just like tactile bumps. I mean, dice are like indented tactile a bit anyway, can't they? You can kind of feel.
That's a
very
very
good
fair
point,
point.
yeah.
So I don't know why it's a braille dice because this is then relying on the everyone to know braille.
Well,
True.
yeah, when you consider the number, 3, 4 are 3 dots. Both of them are 3 dots. And it's just like, yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I know it comes with like a little dice cup or whatever, but where are you going to throw this? How do you know where the dice lands? I know you have to just listen, right? And then grab it and hope you don't nudge it over.
Yeah, you do. You could have done with a little.
Right,
Tray.
me and T, when we play like Yahtzee or something like that, because apparently that's what we do. We're old men. We sit and play Yahtzee on a Sunday afternoon. It's like a little tray, and then you just pour the dice into the tray, so you know that it's only going to be within X amount of space.
Yeah.
But you don't get one of that in this particular
No,
game.
you should. They've missed a trick there.
It's probably bought separately for an extra tenner.
I mean, you don't even need like a little like shaker. You just need a shaker of a lid, like a cup. Because you could shake it and then just take the top, like keep the top on the flat.
Well, you don't need a shake. You just shake it in your hands. That's what I've always done over the years. But
What? And then just open your hand, like
you like cup your hands and shake it, and then you drop it. That's how we've always thrown a dice. So
I mean, we're describing how you use dice.
Yeah. Yeah, but
the point is, it's not necessary. They've made it more difficult for no reason.
But I'm just saying, like, finding the dice is
that's the hardest thing, finding the dice, not necessarily reading them. Like even standard dice are indented, a lot of them. And the ones we use for Yahtzee have the bumps in them.
Are any another thing, right? You know the counters. Are any of these like? How do you know where the edge of the little, like the tile is? For example, you know if you like, it's like little square tiles in it, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Where one starts and the next ends. Is that indented as well? Do we know?
It just says that the snakes and the ladders are embossed.
Yeah.
So the lines might not be.
You just kind of
that's
feel
an
about
issue.
the numbers.
But it might not. We don't know. We don't have one to hand to verify.
Bad product description. When I used to do that as a job, I totally would have put that in there. I like to think.
Okay, so shall we take a stab at this? Because I don't really have any more questions about snakes and ladders.
Okay. Do you want to know how it works in terms of snakes and ladders?
Do you feel people still play board games? Is it relevant for today's visually impaired children's society?
No, not at all. I think that this is can be done through electronic versions on an iPad or something like that with like voiceover. Because ultimately, why does it matter if you're moving the counter, provided that you're not cheating?
It might be good for really young kids that are like 2 or 3.
I guess so, but they're not going to braille, are they?
Well, it might be good for kids that do use braille to practice their braille, I guess, in a fun way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 6 numbers.
The numbers of the squares as well. And the
Okay. Okay.
It's a good way to feel what a ladder's like without climbing a ladder.
I guess.
Or a snake, I guess.
About climbing a snake.
It's good for later life, that is.
Okay, let's take a stab at these prices, shall we? So I am going to go for $19.99.
I'm going to say $35.99.
You're both incorrect. It is. Now let me double check before I just lie. £39.95.
I was very close. I was within like £5.
Well, £4.
Whatever.
How is it that much?
Yeah, I was surprised.
For the braille, how much time did it take you to do your braille recently? Maybe in the next episode, Selina.
If I was just doing numbers, 5 minutes, I can do my numbers. It's words I was struggling with, the contractions. But no, I mean, yeah, I looked on Amazon as well. How much is a normal snakes and ladders? Roughly, it's about £7.
You could make that accessible. Like, granted, you'd need someone to help you, but you can make that accessible.
Bye.
I don't know. Like, you could have someone with Tipex basically draw on it with a Tipex pen, denoting the outline of the snakes, ladders, and all of the grid. And then a dice is already accessible anyway because they have bumps on them. So in theory, you could make it accessible with a Tipex pen, which will cost you £2, and a £7 snakes and ladders. Like I said, you'll need someone to do it for you, but that's £9.
Touche.
I thought you were going to be a smart ass there.
No.
It's like you could entirely do that yourself.
I got nothing to say about that. The reason I used to have to know where my fretboard was in my guitar is I used to use a little Tipex pen and put little dots on the top of my guitar so I could see it when I was playing gigs. Well, not see it, but feel it.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I mean, if I was a good guitarist, I would have just instantly known where I was meant to be playing, but nope.
No one's perfect. We'll do better with snakes and ladders. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
But no, this does also, for the same price, you can have Ludo from Cobalt Systems Limited.
What is it?
Sure
As a
so it's
double
similar.
pack, or you have to buy each of them?
No, each one $39.95 each.
Wow,
That's an expensive.
That's
But
a lot.
you get 2 dice with Ludo.
Whoa.
So they're even cheaping you in the dice. No spares. No spare counter. Like, you're only getting 2 counters as well. Come on.
Yeah, it's a
That's
bit
an
more
expensive
simple though,
one.
Ludo. I think you haven't got embossed snakes that are all wiggly to that's
Oh, that's true.
That's true, but if you used a Tipex pen, I mean, come on, how hard
There
is it
we
going to
go.
be? Come on. Like, it's not that difficult. Oh, well, there we go. We started off with a shocking one.
Okay, can I go next? Because mine's in a similar game-based variety.
You sure can, champ.
Thanks. I'm clearly excited about this. Mine came, as a lot of things do, because that's my go-to, from the RNIB website, RNIB shop, shop.rnib.org.uk. whatever, and under the games section, obviously, Sudoku, baby.
Sudoku. Okay.
Sudoku the game. Sudoku, whatever. I can't even pronounce it. Anyway, you get it's like a magnetized board with like a little sheet on it, and the sheet's got braille underneath it with like just you get 1 or 2 numbers on a Sudoku.
Mm.
And then you get like little magnetized tiles that are 1.8 centimeters long, so they're quite small.
Yes, not huge.
And then you they're all brailled, and then you put them sort of on top of the sheet essentially to do the Sudoku.
Okay. First question. Do they have multiple like makeups of numbers?
I'm so glad you asked, T. This particular game of Sudoku comes with, get this, 10 different sheets. If you want extra, they can be bought separately. In pack 2.
I mean, that's what my immediate concern would be.
Not only that as well, sorry, I forgot to mention, one of them is blank so that you can make your own Sudokus. Hours of endless fun.
I mean,
that's why I said mine was for the slightly more older generation. I can't really imagine a 4-year-old doing Sudoku.
I years ago, I used to get from the RNIB, I think it was monthly, Braille, crosswords, and Sudokus.
Yes,
and
this is also mentioned on their website that you can get their monthly puzzle subscription, Conundrum.
Yes, that was it. Yeah. And I could never make heads or tail of the Sudokus at all. I mean, I don't think someone needs to explain to me how Sudoku works. I mean, that's might have been where I was going wrong, but I couldn't work that out in Braille.
Just because it's mass the game. Who wants to do that?
Yeah. I
There's
mean,
no snakes involved.
No, or ladders. I mean, my issue with this is firstly like 10, like you've got 10 games.
Yeah.
And then like you've got to get more. Whereas opposed to like the monthly one where they're sending you more stuff.
But this comes with like little magnetic things, and they're all in braille, they're little tiles, so you can reuse the tiles. Oh, also I forgot to tell you as well, the game comes with a handy compartment to store those tiles in.
I'm sure
And a cover for the game and a box.
Okay, you expect it to come in a box, but
This is one of the features.
I love how RNIB's features on basic packaging.
Yep.
We put it in an envelope. Oh, great! Thanks.
I can't remember the exact specs of how large the board is, but it was something. It was around the sort of 35 centimeter. It was similar to the Snakes and Ladders board that Selina mentioned.
Okay. So Sudoku, it's.
Did I mention as well magnets? Did I put that in? Sweet magnets as well. So I forgot to tell you what else I forgot to put in, right? You know, because these little tiles are quite small, comes with a little handy magnet pen. So you can just like pop the little tiles off and on, like some game of piss poor operation.
You know what?
Blind Operation Sudoku. That's what they should have called it. That would have been sick. I'm actually starting to sell myself on this.
I mean,
we know what we're getting you for your birthday.
There you go, birthday coming up.
I mean, let's eke out the end of the segment before we make promises we don't want to keep.
I mean, it's quite a complex game in the sense that you need to be able to take in a lot of visual sides of it at once.
Yeah, but they've all got braille stuff on it.
Yeah, but the issue with it as a game, and I'm not saying that you can't do it because everything should be accessible, but when you've got to make, like, you can't use the same number in a row, a column, or in a square more than once.
Yeah.
That's a lot of information. Like, you're relying on your memory a lot there, as opposed to like the visual side of it, where you just glance.
Feel the numbers though.
Yeah, but you also need to have it in your mind. What is it elsewhere on that row?
That's very true.
Like,
oh, well, how about this then, Mike? Maybe they've marketed it wrong. Remember that game Perfection, right? Where you like press the top down, then you have to put the little shapes in, and there's like a little timer, and then at the end of the timer, like the board pops up and throws all your shapes out.
I can't think of anything that would possibly go wrong for a blind person firing parts of the board at you.
Yeah, no, but in this, they're all square, so it's slightly easier.
You're gonna lose the pieces. You can't find them once you've
I'm just trying to give you multiple scenarios that this game can be used for. This is what I used to do as a job.
Okay.
Whereas they've just narrowed it down to Sudoku.
Selina, do you have any other questions about this game?
No, I mean, no, I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, fine.
Now,
if you want to give me a price, I'd just like you to bear this in mind before you give me a price. Magnets and the operation pen.
Yeah, the pen does sound special.
It does. I mean,
The whole game sounds special.
I think that this is one of those things that they've made something accessible which really does not work. It sounds like it's an absolute shit show.
What?
Frankly.
10 sheets. 10.
Sorry, 10.
With more packages on the way for a nominal price.
Selina, would you like to give your best guess on how much the 10 variants Sudoku?
Yeah, but the tiles are forever. So are the pen.
Until you lose them.
No, because you've got the handy compartment.
Okay, with compartment boxes. Selina, what do you think?
I think this has got to be more than my Snakes and Ladders. I'm going to go £50.
Ooh. Now, I'm not going to go that high because I can't see the justification for it. And I'm going to go, again, $19.99.
Luckily for you, I memorized both the XFAT and InkFat prices. XFAT, $77.50. InkFat, $93, baby.
Joking.
10, mate. 10, though.
Yeah.
That's
Look at
absolutely disgraceful.
Look at it as just like practically £9 a sheet. £9 Sudoku.
Question: how much are the extra sheets?
I can't remember offhand. That annoyed me actually that I can't remember it. They're not as much.
I should hope not. Fucking hell, that's absolutely ludicrous. Something that sounds terrible as well.
Yeah, I told you to remember the magnets.
Wow.
Okay.
Final one then. T, what have you got for us this week? Is it
So-
board game? We should have done a board game special.
It's not a board game. I've been tossing up between two different ones. And I think I don't want to go completely outrageous. I want to still keep it sort of like, because there is one that's absolutely ludicrous. But after that one, let's go for
You shouldn't go in with things
bit
like
of
that. You should go
comedy.
in with the
You're
Selina.
giving us, you're giving us
Oh, no,
clues.
I'm not giving you any clues. Trust me. Like, okay, this is known as the Ambutech push broom cane tip hook style.
Ooh.
Broom.
Yes,
I'm just going to focus in
it's
on
called
that word.
push broom
straight.
cane tip. It's the hook style. We have an
As opposed to what
indoor.
other style? I don't.
Yeah,
just before we get any further, in my head, it's basically a white cane with a broom attachment. Yeah, with a broom attachment. Yeah.
so this is just a cane tip. This is just a cane tip. It has two variants: indoor wheels and outdoor wheels. So if I can describe what this is, it's like a pencil tip on the end of a cane, and then it has a 36-inch bar that goes horizontally underneath it, and it has wheels on the end,
Okay.
like a broom,
Right. And you can attach this to any Ambutech cane, can you?
provided it's a hook style,
Okay.
as opposed to any other style that I'm.
Yeah,
Don't
as
know
far as I'm aware.
exists.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if you're thinking that this is going to give more stability for a certain age group, you're wrong. They do not advise putting any more pressure on it, so it's not a walking aid. The length of it is 46 centimeters wide,
Wait, so just to be clear, this is just the tip.
just the tip. So 18 inches in length for anyone who wants to know that. It's light fiberglass design, so lightweight fiberglass.
You would hope so if the shaft is made of cane.
Yep. It has the two variants of wheels, the indoor and the outdoor wheels.
What's the difference in the wheels?
The outdoor wheels are slightly chunkier.
Goes over the terrain better, I imagine, to deal with all
Yeah.
those bumpy pavements.
Apparently, you can use it like you would do a conventional broom,
Why would I not just use a conventional broom?
because this isn't a broom.
Oh.
It's just a
It's
cane
got
tip with a broom.
wheels.
Oh. So
No,
wait,
wheels
hang on.
for
I
broom.
just need to go back a little second.
Go
It's
on.
a broom tip for a cane,
Yep.
and you use it like a cane still, not a broom.
It's not
So
a
you
broom.
use it like a broom.
You use it like a broom, but it's not a broom. It's a
What's-
stick with
why?
two wheels either
What's the-
side.
Why? Why? What is this? Why? What's the
because
point?
I can see why. Because if you with a normal cane, we've got to swing left, right, achy wrist, achy arm, achy shoulder, blah, blah, blah. This, you just push in front of you, no swinging required.
I agree.
Oh.
But what I would say, if that's the case, 18 inches is not long enough, because a lot of people are going to be wider than 18 inches. So you would still have to do some degree of swinging.
Also, yeah. Well, you're just gonna get a load of litter and stuff caught on it. You
Well,
just have to like. You have
That's
to,
what the outdoor wheels are for. More
Yeah, but
ground
you-
clearance.
Is that really? Is that a thing?
It doesn't say.
Because if that's the case, I like. Basically, to me, that just the kids have those little push along like trikes or something. That's what this is getting towards for me.
Okay.
It's not really like convenient, is it?
I'm not here to debate the convenience of it. It doesn't tell me anything like that.
I understand like the sort of clearance thing and the non-achy wrist, and at first I was like, oh yeah, that does make sense. And then 18 inches, that's all it is.
So
I don't work in inches. What's 18 inches in centimeters?
46 centimeters.
Okay, so just bit longer than a ruler.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're not sold already on it, the standard color is red.
Why would it
But
not be white?
if you want one of the
No,
other
just the tip,
colors,
though. Just remember,
it's
it's not
just the
the
tip. It's just the tip.
No.
Yeah.
Can we all please stop saying just the tip?
So you can also get it in white, red, black, blue, green, pink, yellow,
Oh, so
purple,
it's customizable.
orange,
Oh.
and deaf blind, which is red and white.
That's nice that you can have those choices.
But there's a big asterisk to this, that any other color than the original red will take 6 weeks for delivery, and you must contact them for alternate pricing.
Oh.
Right.
So we're just going to go from the original when we're getting the prices, because I didn't contact R&IB. This is from the R&IB shop, by the way.
Isn't red like deaf tip anyway?
It depends where you go.
Mm.
So my first question before we go to prices is, why does this exist?
No, I see why it exists.
I get the non-achy wrist
Yes,
thing.
No, but for older people, right? If you're an old blind person, recently lost your sight, you're already going to be a little bit crippled in the bones and stuff. You don't want to be swinging a cane. To get around your little care home, you
Yeah.
can just be pushing that in front of you. It's all right. And then you've got your little outdoor wheels to go into the garden.
Mhm.
I think it'll be all right for the older, newly diagnosed.
That is a
blind
good point. When I was
Okay.
thinking about it, I was thinking of myself using it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems fair actually. Okay.
So shall we go on to prices?
It comes with both sets of wheels, right?
No. These are two different cane tips. I will firstly, as always, I always do this a bit weird and out of sorts. So let's do the indoor version first. So how much do you think the indoor version of the Ambutech push broom tip hook style costs?
I'm going to say £51.99.
No, I think that's too high. I've never bought a cane tip, so I don't actually know how much they cost, but I'm gonna go £25.99.
So Cleaves, you're bust.
Ah.
But Selina, you weren't even close.
Oh,
£41 ex VAT.
Oh man.
okay.
I was going for the InVat price.
Okay, in VAT price, I don't actually have that down, but you would be close with the in VAT.
I'd still be off though because it's just an extra £8.20.
So, take in mind £41 for the ex VATs, and that's for the indoor variant. Let's go for the rugged outdoor variant.
In that case, I'm going to stick with my £51.99 or whatever I said last time.
Okay.
$49.99.
Also, I don't suppose, just before we say, I know, sorry, I cut in a little bit here. Do these wheels like go from side to side as well, or are they just like set
No.
forward?
Just step forward.
God damn. All right, go on.
So, you're both wrong.
What?
It's actually £36. It's
How is that
£5
cheaper?
less.
Ah.
It's £5 less.
Oh, see, it's meant for the care homes. You see, the people are just in. They're gonna get to think, oh, I just need the indoor one. Don't.
No,
If
here's
you-
the thing. Right. Why would you not just use the outdoor one?
Inside.
Indoors. Yeah.
That is the question. Well, regardless, it was you're both wrong.
And also, just to say, like, it's not just suitable for older people. Like, my brother's blind with a learning disability, so people with learning difficulties, it'd probably be good for them as well. My brother used to have what's called a hoople, which looks like a massive tennis racket without any strings, and he would just push that in front of him, and that was wider than this. Though a hoople does sound better than this
Okay,
tip.
that's fair.
Yeah.
My concern was the fact of the cost when you can get a standard fiberglass Ambutech cane for £39 on the R&IB website.
Well, you'd have to buy that anyway, wouldn't you?
Yes, this does not come with a cane, but the fact that this tip costs more than an actual cane
Mhm.
is a concern.
most canes on there cost like like £39 anyway.
Yeah,
I know. I
between
bought one today.
£35 and £40.
Uh-huh.
So why this is that expensive, I don't know. A standard rollerball tip is £8.
Oh, okay.
So it is extremely expensive what it is. It also looks like it's quite brittle. Like if you put any pressure on it, I don't know how much this is going to hold up to any sort of abuse. It doesn't look like it would hold up at all.
I said it's for little old people, though, isn't it? Then there's
yeah. Well, for one, they don't fall on it, I suppose.
Okay, you know what? It's not as useless as I first intended, but I still do think the price is above what I would consider applicable.
Fair enough. Wow, well, haven't we had a lot of fun with these products today? I know that Snakes and Ladders is a rip-off. Whatever Cleaves had.
The Sudoku game, which was bang on price.
Nearly £100. 10 games of Sudoku.
It had the pen
and a box
and magnets.
Okay. And a cane tip, which we had to really go into the depths of to make sure it was useful. Which Selina
but at least it was. At least it was.
At least it
I
was.
did. Yeah, I spun my seriousness on that product. Like no.
That's
Took
fair.
the fun right out of it.
Still too expensive, I would say. It's extortionately expensive. But I think next time we'll have something outrageously expensive. Because I've got a good one for next time.
No, I've got a good one as well that I meant to research properly, but I haven't.
Save it, people.
Yeah.
Part 3.
Part 3.
Okay. Everyone good for today?
Yeah. Been a great game. And I think the only person who won was Selina.
Congratulations.
Because we busted out on the others, and Selina was less on the Ambutech cane tip. So
nice.
Selina is the current winner. And maybe I'll set up a leaderboard on seesawpodcast.com.
All right. Until next week.
Get those games out.
Thanks for listening to the Seesaw Podcast.
You can find us on Twitter at SeesawPod, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram and YouTube at Seesaw Podcast. You can also email us at seesawpodcast@gmail.com. Like, rate, review, subscribe, and then you can also find us on TikTok, but get us on all the other places.